In Coronation Street spoilers for next week, Cassie is in serious danger. She's lost everything after spiking Ross's drink. Steve has broken up with her and Tyrone has kicked her out. She doesn't know where to turn next. She wakes up on the sofa of number 4. She later reveals to Hope and Ruby that she's got a job on a cruise ship as a cleaner and she plans to leave. She bids a tearful farewell to her granddaughters and Dorian, and Fizz gives her a family picture as a memento to keep. Cassie then calls Steve and asks him to meet her at the precinct. But before he arrives, Ross pulls up and insists she get in his car. As he locks the doors and guns the engine, he speeds off with Cassie just as Steve arrives. What is he going to do with her? Where is he going to take her? And is this the last we're going to see of Cassie? The next day, Steve questions Ross over exactly where he dropped Cassie off. Ross plays ignorant, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about." And Steve says, "But I saw her get into your car." So Ross has to quickly backtrack and change his story. Will Steve realise something is amiss? What has happened to Cassie? In spoiler number 2, Debbie and Ronnie are facing what's to come. Debbie has given up the booze and she's trying to be positive about it. Soon she helps a woman called Sadie, who was looking for her daughter. Turns out her daughter is Sienna, Ash's new girlfriend, but she doesn't recognise Sienna when she sees her. And Debbie is horrified as she witnesses exactly what her future is going to be like. Ronnie is also struggling, having admitted that the holiday was challenging and it was a mistake to take Debbie out of her comfort zone. He promises Debbie he will hire a carer when the time comes, but it's clear both of them are frightened. Meanwhile, Asha wants to help Sienna and goes with her to look at a nursing home for Sadie. But when Sadie realises what's going on, she freaks out. As Asha tells Dev the story, Ronnie overhears and it worries him even more. How are Debbie and Ronnie going to deal with this when their time comes? In spoiler 3, Betsy really wants to forgive. She tells Ryan she really wants to see Dylan, but she's worried about what Lisa will say. Ryan facilitates it so Dylan can visit her, and Betsy tells him she doesn't blame him for what happened. However, Lisa arrives home in the middle of their meeting. How will she react? The next day, Lauren is pushing Betsy again to hold Dylan accountable, and Betsy snaps. The girls argue and Lauren storms out, leaving Betsy on her own. However, she later returns to see if they can make up, but finds Carla with Betsy, who has wet herself, having been left alone. Carla is furious and tells Lauren exactly how she feels. Go, Carla, because frankly, Lauren isn't being the best friend at the minute. She's just looking for revenge. The next day, Lauren returns to apologise, but will Betsy be able to forgive her? In our 4th spoiler, Lauren is not letting it go. Goodness me, she's getting a bit annoying, isn't she? She wants Dylan to pay and she talks to Brody about it. So Brody tells Dylan to stay away from Betsy. However, Dylan stands up to Brody and tells him the only reason he's getting involved is because Betsy never fancied him and he's jealous. Things kick off and Nina has to remove them from the cafe. But later, Nina finds Dylan having been attacked at the precinct. Who did it? Brody is the prime suspect and Sean is insistent that he is the one who attacked his son. But when Dylan wakes up in hospital, he insists that Brody was not to blame. So who did do it? Our money's on Lauren, but who knows? Could Lisa have dealt the devastating blow? In spoiler number 5, Kit gets new evidence. Desperate to help Sarah get a lighter sentence, Kit ropes Bethany into his plan. He soon gets the data from Gary's phone, and as he goes through it, he finds out something very interesting. He arranges to meet Gary, but what has Kit found? Will it incriminate Gary? And will it help Sarah? In our final spoiler, Tim's cousin arrives. Tim picks his cousin Richie up from the precinct, having not seen him for years. The boys bond and Tim invites him back for a lads' night at home. As the beers flow and everyone is jolly, Richie confides that his marriage is in trouble, so Tim lets him stay on the sofa for the night. But is he making a huge mistake? Which Coronation Street spoiler are you looking forward to next week? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe so you can come back for more juicy Coronation Street gossip next week.